What is that, everyone? Good evening. Welcome to the watch along. Big one. Belgium, Portugal. Absolutely huge game. Big game for everyone involved. And I think probably the most exciting game so far in the tournament. Well, it has the potential to be the most exciting game in the tournament so far. Both teams know that they need to win this game. They are in the other side of the draw from the easy side. Now, a lot of teams are going to be not happy the fact that they've been drawn in that, but that's the way the football is. On England's side, realistically, if England beat Germany, there's not going to be many teams to stop them from getting to the final. There really isn't. And I don't think Germany are absolutely awesome. So England really need to be looking for at least the semi-finals in this competition. The other side, you're going to have a lot of high talent. Today is one of them. Hazard, both Hazards, De Bruyne, Lukaku, and then with Portugal, obviously we know we've got Ronaldo, Silva, Martinho, who came in and did an excellent job, etc. Interested to see the lineups. Got to be honest, I'm going to share the lineups with you now. If you haven't already and you're watching this now live, make sure you hit a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're watching it pre-recorded, no problem whatsoever, but make sure you give us a thumbs up and again, subscribe if you like this content. We keep it simple, we keep it techie, but we keep it very knowledgeable. That's the key. A lot of people don't give you knowledge. They just say what they see, and it's the same as everyone else with all the glitz and glamour. We give you experience from being an agent, from being an ex-footballer, etc. We give you the analysis correctly, in our opinion, rather than just the mumble jumble that you get from other watch along. So I'm going to share the screen with you now. I'm going to go into the teams. You've probably already seen the teams. However, you may not. You may be in and about. So first of all, we'll go with the Belgian team. So Belgium, they've gone for a 3-4-3. So they've gone with Vermaelen, Vertonghen, Alderweireld. They've got Meunier, Tillemans, Witsel, Torgan Hazard. Then you've got Eden Hazard just above him, which is obviously, crazy, them two linking up. And then you've got Lukaku and De Bruyne. Now, realistically, if Tillemans and Witsel do their job, for me, they're only vulnerable at the back three. And the only reason I say that, they're big. They're not overly quick. They are physical. Vermaelen, we know he's not huge, but he's still very good on the ball. But that's probably their weakness. That's probably their soft belly of the team. But going forward, as we know, absolutely outstanding going forward. Also going to bring up the Portugal. So Portuguese are gone for a 4-3-3. So Belgium have gone for the 3-4-3. Portuguese have gone for the 4-3-3. So you've got Patricio in goal. You've got Pepe, Diaz, Delat, and Guerrero. You've got Renato Sanchez, who was excellent in the last game. Absolutely excellent. Paulinho and Jalminho. And then you've got Silva, Ronaldo, and Jota. Now, Jota, we know, has not had the greatest of tournaments at all. He doesn't look with it at all. However, we know the qualities that he's got. Ronaldo, he's not going to do a lot except get on the end of anything, score a penalty, or get on a goal himself. Bernardo Silva, surprisingly, very technically, very good, but never really runs past anyone. Martinho, as we know, very experienced, very good on the ball. And Sanchez brought legs in, I thought, against France. That was very important for them. He brought legs in. So very interesting for me who's going to win this game. The weakest parts of both teams, for me, is the defense. Ruben Diaz is the only really good top defender. Guerrero likes to get forward, but defensively he can be a little bit suspect. And Pepe, as we know, one-on-one or when someone's backing into him, he likes it, but any type of movement or if he comes out of the hole, gets attracted to the ball, he does obviously struggle, to recover. So I think both weak parts of this team, this game, are both defense. Both defenses are weak when it comes to this, I've got to admit, which should give us a very open game. Let's be honest, it should give us a very open game. It should give us some goals and some excitement. The game earlier, unfortunately, I didn't watch the game earlier. I've just come in and seen the result because I was out in an unbelievable charity match with some ex-pros and, Kevin Keegan. And it was fantastic today. We raised a lot of money for the charity as well. Sadly, Samantha passed away a couple of days ago, just before a huge day, but the turnout was fantastic today. Honestly, some of the ex-legends of the game turned out today, which was great. So I've got back a little bit later, and obviously didn't see the result. Was I surprised that Holland lost to Czech? No, I wasn't. I don't think Holland had anything really. Wijnaldum was probably one of their best players, and Memphis Depay is an enigma. He's not good. He's okay. He's not great. He's just an okay footballer, Memphis Depay. But his social media and the way that he is wants to be a rapper really makes him something that he's not, and that's proven today. They were poor. Czech Republic, yes, they did have a man sent off. I understand, but even before that game, by all reports and things that I've seen, Czech Republic were by far still the better team. So, for me, I thought the Czech obviously deserved the win. Let's stop the share. Sorry, I still got that on your screen. So let's see has popped in. Chris, as ever, hope you're well, mate. Hope you've had a great weekend with you and the family. Great earlier game, one of the best so far. One big team out already. Yeah, a lot of people would think that Holland would have maybe done something against the Czech Republic, because the Czech Republic against England were bang average. I think maybe because them being already through, they rested and they kind of took the foot off the gas against England, to be honest. But this game, I'm hoping both teams don't cancel each other out. But like I said, with the defense not being great, we could be in for a decent game. Setu, what's happening? Hope you well, mate. Thanks for popping in and dropping the like. Really helps it. Every single time you prop the like on, you subscribe and share this video, it helps us grow. So thank you ever so much. Seto has also said, I watched the game. Netherlands played bad. The red card was funny, and Czechs were like sharks going for blood. Yeah, well, what I've heard of it, that obviously the Czechs were the better team before the sending off. The sending off was they got sent off for a deliberate handball, I believe. Not really seen every. I just heard the radio saying that it went to VAR and it got overruled, etc. And then obviously the Czechs thought it was a great opportunity for them to get to the quarterfinal. So it's interesting. You always get a couple of decent teams that you wouldn't be surprised, that you would be surprised getting to the knockout stages. And I think to a few people, not loads, but to a few people, I think the Czechs getting beaten Holland convincingly was a bit of a surprise. Seto's also put all the players of Netherlands had no heart. De Jong and Depay had heads. Don't even know when they lose possession. They don't care. Yeah, for me, people were talking about Memphis Depay, Arsenal on a free. He ain't got it. He's not a winner. He's not a winner. He's a guy who just plays football, potentially could be great, but quite happy, comfortable, wants to be a rapper. He ain't got it. They're not the players that you want to sign. The reason he's gone Barcelona on a free transfer is because it's Barcelona. Barcelona have run out of money. It's a free transfer, and he knows Ronald Koeman. For me, and for him, he's probably thinking, wow, I've got a chance to go Barcelona at this stage of my career. So he was always going to do that. But Memphis Depay is not for me. He's not one that I want in my changing rooms. Not because I think he's got a bad attitude or anything like that. I just don't think he's a winner. I don't think he wants it enough. He's quite happy to collect his check and do what he's doing. So that's my opinion. Seto, like if you lost the ball, you should have the mindset to get it back. Well, we just played vets today. We played a vets charity game today with the likes of, you may not know, Des Walker, one of the greatest players, centre-offs in England. Andy Reid, one of the best Republic of Ireland midfielders, or who else? Kevin Keegan was there. All these players. When you lose the ball, it's the number one rule is to run and get the ball back. It's a 5-second rule. You go and get the ball back, or you get back into shape. You take accountability. Memphis Depay will lose the ball and he'll have a little jog around. It's just not good enough. Not good enough. Does anyone know why Cristiano Ronaldo stands at a different angle during the national anthem? Anyone know what's his reasoning? Is it just because it's Cristiano Ronaldo and he wants to be different as usual, or is there something to it? Can someone tell me why he does that? Anyone know? Depay had more tattoos than any player I've seen in Euros. You're right. Yeah, he does. Listen, I've got tattoos. Look, do you know what I mean? I've got plenty of them, but he does want to be a rapper. He raps. I think he's got songs out. He's always in Dubai, flashing off, rapping. I seen him get off the team coach the other day, and he had a massive chain like the Migos on, and I was like, "You come off a football coach pre-season. Do you know what I mean? You don't really need the big rap chain," which I found really strange. But yeah, Memphis Depay is not for me. He wants to be different. See what he did with the Coke bottle. To be fair, I understand what he did with the Coke bottles. He doesn't think kids should be drinking it, even though he's been in commercials. He's older now, and he thinks that kids should be drinking water. And he never has fizzy. He never has fizzy drinks. So when he got paid to promote fizzy drinks, a lot of people were saying, and I think a lot of stick was saying, well, you're promoting fizzy drinks because you're getting paid for it, Pepsi or whatever it was back then, but you don't drink fizzy drinks. So I think since then he's kind of decided that he needs to, do exactly what he's saying on the tin. So the reason that he moved the bottles was strictly because he doesn't believe that kids should be drinking Coke and he should be drinking water. But it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He always wants to be different. If he wasn't so good, he would not get away with it. He would be petulant. He would be seen as having a bad attitude, and he would be seen as not one you want around the dressing room. But because he's that good, he gets away with that side of his game. If it was anyone else, they wouldn't be getting out of it, and they'd be called names. Holland were disappointing. Yeah, like I said, Munzi, I've just got back from the charity game. Didn't really see the game, but the result, apparently Czechs were by far better than them, even before they had the man sent off. So interesting. Could be one of those people that wins a competition where we don't expect. Chris has put Italy with bang average. Surprised me. I think every team that gets to the final still think they will have a scrappy game en route. Austria with it. Yeah, I mean, Austria just made it very hard for Italy last night. They really did. They didn't allow Italy to get in the stride. They actually defended really well. I wouldn't say that they defended really low block and counter-attack. They would just defend really well. Immobile, Signe, but they couldn't really get in the positions that they want to get into. They did have a few half chances, Italy. However, they just couldn't break it down. So that was probably Italy's game where they couldn't really get the groove. Hopefully they can get the tempo back. So I really like watching them. Monzi, how the charity game? Oh, it's fantastic, mate. I was just saying, Des Walker, Andy Reid, Kevin Keegan was there, Nigel Clough, Nigel Jemson, a lot of Forest legends were there, and then Kevin Nolan came, Marlon Airwood, Anton Ferdinand. It was a big turnout and a great charity day for Gary Mills, who again is a Forest legend. Obviously, a lot of the kids in here don't really know that Forest won the equivalent of the Champions League, so that's why these are legends, especially in the city where I'm from. So yeah, it was great, Munzi. They made a lot of money. Sadly, Samantha, Gary's wife, passed away yesterday, just before today. She would never been able to get there, so it was a strange one, but good turnout. So I appreciate everyone that turned out for that game. Can you get a shout out for the Man United agenda? So Man United fans, and they do do a lot of football as well. Just make sure you go and check out the Man United agenda. Decent channel, up and coming. So make sure you go over there and check out what they've got to say. Jashar, big up Franny, just passing through with a like. I love Jashar. He just comes in, even though he's busy, he just comes in and gives us a like and then goes about his business. And that for me is the perfect fee, perfect support. I really do appreciate that. So, do you think Czech or Denmark now have a chance to go far? They play each other next. Both I never expect to be this far in the tournament. Yeah, I didn't expect both of them, especially when Denmark lost the 2 games. We didn't expect that, which was strange. I got to be honest, really didn't expect that. But Denmark are looking strong. Czech Republic, you don't know. They've just beat Holland, so you don't know about the Czech Republic. Czech Republic could end up getting to the semis, or Denmark are going to be in the semis. So one of those 2 teams are going to be in the semis. So for me, it's open for England if they beat Germany. It really is open for England if they beat Germany. I can tell you that. You won't get a better chance. The last tournament, we got to the semi-final, easy route. This way, probably going to get an easy route if we beat Germany as well. Not easy, but, not hard. No Bruno again. Is he injured? I don't know what's happening with Bruno Fernandes. You just don't fancy him at the minute. Maybe there's an injury going on that we don't know about. But honestly, I do not know what is going on with Bruno Fernandes. Munzi, you might know, but I'm not sure that he's injured. I'm really not sure. So here we go. We are underway. We've been underway now. This is the first minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Interesting that both Hazards are now in. Eden, obviously, who's not been really playing a lot of football at Real Madrid, was struggling with fitness. He's in there because we know the talent that he's got. Tillemans and Witsel will be solid, but they're still very, very good on the ball. And then the front three, what they've got: Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku. Then you've got Thorgan Hazard just behind them as well. So, you've got the Kevin De Bruyne now, who is supposed to be playing up front. He's now got it with 6 players ahead of him. So they play that interchanging kind of style of play. Pop it off, make triangles. No one really stays in any area of the pitch unless it's an important, disciplined area of the pitch. But I think this is going to be a good footballing game. One wonder I would say, Portugal so far for me have always looked like counter-attacking. They've always defended really well, and then they've relied on Ronaldo or Silva trying to get them something in the final third. And that's what happened with all the games that I've seen. They've looked like a counter-attacking team. And then when it's not worked for them, they've looked bang average, which against Germany they did. So Daniel's popped in. Good evening. Good evening, Daniel. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're having a good weekend. Munzi, also, I'm the man to get in contact. Do you want to come onto the Man United show? Yeah, so if anyone wants to get on anything, or YouTube, you're watching this and you want to jump on a show if you're Man United or anything like that, Munz is your man. So go over and follow Man United Agenda, because he looks after a lot of that stuff over there. Chris has put Lee Dixon, co-comment ITV match. Why has he never been asked to teach tactical defense at Arsenal? Some people just don't want to go into coaching, Chris. Even though you've got a lot of knowledge about the game, you speak about the game, some people don't want to go into coaching because you're dealing this, commentating media is just about your opinion, really. When it comes to coaching, you've got all kinds of different elements to deal with, from psychology of all different players, mindset, outside influences, coaches above and below you. You've got a lot of people to answer to. Media, you just do media. Which is quite good. I want to do more in the media, to be honest. I've started my channel. I'm back on the radio next year. We'll push that media side as well, because you're still involved in the game, but you don't really have to answer to no one as such. He isn't injured. He's out of form. Out of form. I thought he was your best player this season. He's not out of form. I saw Van Nistelrooy was in the dugout at the Netherlands. He's pretty nice seeing former players working with teams. I think you should do it all the time. Former players should work with teams, and former players should be alongside officials for VAR. They can explain certain things that refs just don't understand when it comes to VAR. Angles of passes, angles of balls, where the ball ends up, which will determine whether it was a foul or whether it was a handball or where it came off. Little things that refs for some reason miss. And I think it's because they did not play the game at any type of level, and they've just concentrated on officiating. Who is my favorite to win the game? I think my favorite is probably Belgium, but I would not be surprised, to be honest. I would not be surprised if Portugal nick a win. I really wouldn't. They've got good enough players on the pitch, let's be honest, to nick a win. If they keep Hazard, De Bruyne, and Lukaku quiet, they win this game. They win this game. That's the battle. The battle is nowhere else on the pitch for me. The battle is because Ronaldo, that battle with Ronaldo and the centre halves at Belgium, he's nowhere near as key as keeping De Bruyne, Hazard, and Lukaku quiet. In my opinion, I think that's where the game's won. Normally, most of the games are won in the middle of the park because that's where all your technical players are. That's where people break the lines, wrap it round the corner. That's where people hassle people, get tight. I don't think this is going to be that. Renato Sanchez with great strength, who has just become a different player. Oh, there is him one-on-one. Oh, see, Jota is... I tell you one player who's out of form, Munzi, and that is Jota. Jota has been horrific this tournament, yet he started every game, I believe. But we know he's got it in the locker, but he's got to do better there. Renato Sanchez, great turn of pace and strength, puts Jota in. First touch is not great. His first touch is a little bit under his feet. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he drags it. And I'm not saying he drags it just wide. It's horrible, horrible miss. Horrible miss. At least there wasn't room in the dugout for Van Nistelrooy to dive into. Yeah. Hey, but compared to players these days, Van Nistelrooy was didn't hardly dive compared to what we see now. Chris, remember the memes when he used to camp in the box? Jota just threw that away. Yeah, Jota's been very poor. I'm surprised Jota's been that poor in this tournament. He's normally very, very good in front of goal, but that was another opportunity. Probably his fourth or fifth chance in this Euros where he's not managed to find the back of the net. He's been quite off. His first touch wasn't great, let's be honest there. Excellent play from Renato Sanchez. Manages to get on the back foot and roll his player. De Bruyne now into Hazard. Lukaku back to Hazard. Ooh, well played. Diaz again, as we know. Premier League Player of the Year. Ruben Diaz. Evening, Tony. Hope you well, mate. Hope you've had a great weekend. Thank you for popping in. Tony said, hi, everyone. Think Belgium will be strong up front and will win 2-1. Czech Republic with a good win this afternoon. Yeah, I think the Czech Republic really surprised a lot of people. By all reports, they deserved the win. They were the better team. No urgency or energy levels from the Dutch. And like I was just saying a minute, Tone, if Portugal can keep Belgium's front three quiet, Portugal win this game. But it's going to be a very hard task to keep them quiet because they roam into different areas. They don't just stay in one area. Even Lukaku, who you would say, like, stay central, stay central. Even he doesn't stay central. He likes to drift out wide, try and get involved in the intricacy in the way that Belgium play. So Belgium plays some really good football. Their weakest point is definitely at the back. I wouldn't say they're weak at the back because they're bad players. I just think sometimes they get overexposed because they play as a three. And I think they get overexposed and get caught wanting at times, to be honest. That's why. And pace. I wouldn't say they're lightning quick at the back. Tillemans and what I like about it is you see, say, for example, this is England, right? So this is England. You've got mini Hazard on one side. You've got older Hazard above him. So you've got two attacking players there. You've then got De Bruyne and you've then got Lukaku. Belgium will manage to get a little switch going on, but there's only Lukaku in the box. And there is 5 Portuguese players around him. Out to Hazard, mini Hazard. Shall I call him Thorgan, or is it Torgan or Thorgan? As I was saying, what you normally see is this is England, right? Because they've got 4 or 5 attacking players, they'll play Rice and Phillips. But the Belgians still play Witsel and still play Tillemans. And both those players will still get forward. They won't just hold and allow everyone else to go and play. They'll try and get in the box. They'll try and go beyond Kevin De Bruyne. For me, that's perfect. If you want to play Phillips and Rice, just tell one of them to go beyond. You know, that's exactly what Phillips did to create the goal for Sterling. He went beyond. I just think that we're going to be too safe against Germany and be a little bit deeper. But I think we've got to go for it. Torgan Hazard. Is that right, Seto? Yeah, Torgan or Thorgan. So Torgan Hazard, I think it is. I remember seeing him in a youth team game many years ago when I went over to, where did I go? Yeah, went over to Belgium for, I think it was like 24 hours. We see one of our young boys play for Northern Ireland. And he was involved. And this was a long time ago, long time ago. Many years ago. He must have been a kid then. Eden with the ball now. That low center of gravity just turns into Lukaku, pops it back. Can't wrap his foot around it, but it's very sharp play. We know Hazard, small, low center of gravity, looking to get the ball, skips, puts it around, outside of the foot into Lukaku's feet. Is it a good layoff? It's not a bad layoff. I've got to be honest. He just can't wrap his foot around it. He can't wrap his foot around it. If he scores the winner, call him Thor. Yeah, you're not wrong. I won't even call him Thorgan, just Thor. Hazard. Thor. That's what we'll call him. He's a good player. He's a different type of player to Eden, I think. Eden's, like I said, that a little bit more, like you say, he's smaller. I think he's more of a threat. Hence probably why he's playing further up the field. But like you say, Torgan is decent. He won't be playing this team if he's not decent. I know Lukaku, his young brother used to play as well. Where's he at now? Does anyone know where Lukaku's younger brother is at? in the chat. Because he was involved in the last Belgium squad, I believe. Chris is saying that he's getting nervous about Germany. It's a strange one, really, because they're not great. But a lot of people are saying, you know, they're not great. They're not their old Germany. It's a mediocre team. They're not average. They're not mediocre. They battered Portugal 4-2. You know, they're not poor. They're not mediocre. You know, so surprises me with why people would say, you know, they're an average team or whatever. I'm not sure why that would happen. Why people would say that, you know? Strange one. Very, very strange why people are writing Germany off. But I do get where you're coming from. Nervous, I think we probably don't need to be nervous. I think nervous is probably the wrong thing to say. Don't know why, but I don't know if your TV's gone off, but mine's gone off. I don't know what's going on here. So my game has gone off. Let me know if is your game still on? Yeah, it's still on now. Don't know what was going on then. TV just went off. Strange. Very strange. Anyway, we're on now. Eden's got the ball. Hazard back to De Bruyne. Look how deep De Bruyne is. It's so good to see players just allowed to express themselves and play anywhere. He's kicked out of play, has he? No, De Bruyne. So you can see very, very early on that who's going to dictate this game. And this was the same when Portugal played Germany. Germany finishes the chances. This was also the same when Portugal played France. For large parts of the game, I wouldn't say for the whole game. And at the moment, Belgium are just playing the ball around at ease when they want. And you can see Portugal have got 9 men, 10 men behind the ball now, 11 men including the goalkeeper. You spot on with your thoughts on Belgium. I've seen Lukaku drift right and left now. They don't sit in one spot. That's the best way to play football. That's how I would coach my kids. I would coach anyone. Be drifting around. Don't be labeled into one area of the pitch. Just drift around. And then the other players need to have the capabilities and the intelligence to understand that when one player goes out there, we move in here. When that player moves out there, we go in there. And it's a moving engine. Each part is a part of the engine, and that the best teams always do that. When one player pops up somewhere, you think, well, God, why has he popped up there? But then he's got cover if it breaks down. It allows people to express themselves. De Bruyne whips a ball in across Diaz, who's I think is going to be tested tonight with Lukaku, but he's a very good defender, as we know, best in the Premier League this year. Bernardo Silva, great little 1-2s into Ronaldo. Easy now, back to Pepe. Pepe will switch it. We can see it. Yeah, it just went off for a minute. I don't know why it went off. Portugal with a little bit of a breather with the ball now. What are your thoughts then on England, people in the chat? You know, what are your thoughts on the England game? What do you think he should be playing tomorrow? What are we on tomorrow? So tomorrow I'm going to do obviously a quick Euro flash. Make sure you check that out if you don't already, and give it a thumbs up. They're only like between 5 and 8 minutes long. Sometimes a little bit longer sometimes. So we're going to have another Euro flash news tomorrow morning. Try and get it up for midday or before midday. And then also the daily vibe tomorrow, I think we just need to go over what teams we would play. So I don't know what time's best for everyone to try and get on tomorrow. Is evenings the best time for you getting back from work? So maybe we could do it around about the 6:30 mark. Or if you want it earlier, we'll do earlier, the daily vibe. And then we'll go through about what teams, what I think the team should be, what Gareth Southgate will probably pick, etc. And that would be a good one. That's probably a free kick, but it's not going to be given. Now, the other day when Mbappe got a penalty, that's exactly what happened, but it was in the penalty box. He got a nudge in the back and he got a penalty. Lukaku has just got nudged in the back by Pepe, something very, very similar. And it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't even a free kick, which I find very, very strange. Wasn't even a free kick. Sanchez got the ball out now to Jota. Ronaldo's popped up. He's drifted in now to try and get at the ball. stepping over, trying to do fast feet. A lot of the time, if you ever think Ronaldo will do a step over, will do a Cruyff, will do a little thing, and there's no point in doing it. Like, no point. The defender just stands still, watches him, and like, he's a showman. I get it. But there's just no need to do it. There's just no need to do it. It doesn't do anything. This makes me laugh. What's going on here? Is that a... Yeah, Martinho's gone a little bit late there. I think he's gone a little bit late. It's not a bad tackle, is it? It's not a bad tackle, I don't think. He's in pain, though. He's in pain. Witzel's in pain. Martinho looks in pain as well. I don't know whether he's just doing that because he thinks he's scared that he's going to get a booking or give a free kick away, but no real chances yet. We're 16 minutes in, no great chances. You're not going to expect a lot of chances at the beginning straight away. 16 minutes in, going to be a cagey affair, as we know. And I think the game, like I always say at this level, is going to be decided by a moment of quality, a lack of concentration, or something like that. Excuse me. Oh, still got my band on from the charity match. Yeah, I think you're just going to get a little bit of quality. And the quality is, to be fair, when people say, oh, this game's boring. Sometimes people will look at a game and it'll be 0-0 for ages and say, oh, this game's boring. You just got to look at the game as in how technically good the players are and how good the players move in and out of positions. And I think that's probably because I'm not sure whether it's because I played and I look at the game as in more of a technical analysis and have a look at the good things that people do off the ball. Whereas at times I've got friends, and they're my friends who are fans, and they're just like, no, it was boring. It was boring because there was no excitement in the game. So I'm not really sure. Everyone looks at the game very, very differently, don't they? I suppose it's what you're looking at. Someone the other day was complaining, and they were saying that they don't really watch football no more. They gave up their coaching role. However, just because they don't like modern day football, he liked the old style of football, get the ball forward, get in people's faces, get in the box. So he's decided to kind of come away from football because he does not like modern day football, and he has no interest of coaching or learning the skills or the aspects of modern day football. And I thought, wow, he must be really, really passionate about old football style. Had in the 18-yard box, Hazard. Is it? No, it's not a free kick, is it? No. Oof. Surely that's a free kick. And then he gives it the other way. So Pepe pushes the Belgian player. I think it's Thorgan Hazard. And he gets the free kick given against him. How weird is that? Come on. How weird is that? He gets pushed in the back. And the ref gives a free kick against him because then he pushes someone in front of him, if you understand. Ref's not been that bad so far, but that was a bit of a strange decision. Was a bit of a very strange decision. Chris has put Southgate should play a team that will just go for it. No point trying to stop the Germans. They will keep pushing right to 90 minutes. We need a team that will score a few. I 100% agree. Could not agree anymore. That you've got to go for a team who's just going to go on the front foot. Don't really think about the technical analysis. These players are still good enough to know when to cover, when not to cover, when to go in holes, when to not go in holes. Play a team that you think, you know what, just going to be fearless. We're going to get forward and we're going to get some goals. Ronaldo looks like he's in here. Great first touch, but he's offside in the end. But magnificent first touch. Second touch, he tried to little Megs. Great first touch. He's offside, unfortunately. But again, very, very good move. I think that's the only way, really, at the moment that Ronaldo or Portugal are going to get in down the sides is by something from deep with a good quality on the ball down the sides or central. 20 minutes, no opportunities yet. Belgium probably started the best. Portugal have had little moments. Belgium are the ones that are going to move the ball, understandably, with the players that they've got on the pitch. They're going to be the ones moving the ball. They're going to be the ones that have the ball a little bit more. But yeah, Chris could not agree more with that comment. Tony's put, I think Southgate will probably remain defensive and keep two defensive midfielders. I hope not. I can't see him playing any other way. He's done it in nearly every game. He's quite happy to just see it as, listen, because I don't think it's his style. I don't think it's his style. KDB with an absolute zing. I'm not sure if he's in. If he gets on that, that's a ball. What a ball. But he cuts it back. Pepe with a header. Sanchez, free kick. Kevin De Bruyne against him. But that's an absolute 70-yard zing from one side of the pitch to the other. That's what it's about. That's why it's going deep. You don't need to be up the field. That's why it's going deep. Ronaldo, little one's around the corner. Great feet. Gets tackled. Ronaldo. Honestly, look. He's been smacked. He's been ran over. He'll get up in a minute. Look, he's all right now. Look, he just honestly, you've got to laugh. You've got to laugh the way that Epler rolls around, mate. I thought Neymar. He's on Neymar terms, mate. This kid. Swear to God, it's a joke. Absolute joke. But yeah, I agree, Tone. I think he will remain very, very defensive. Look. He's grabbed his face and he got shouldered in his chest. Sorry. Oh, mate. The play acting is top draw. It's BAFTA style. Absolute BAFTAs. Portugal has a... Oof. What's going on there? He's come flying in. Belgium could get on the break here. Now they've got enough bodies in forward now. They're going for a big switch. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. One thing about Portugal, they're getting everyone back in position quite well. They understand that. They know the way Belgium are going to play. And I think if you know the way Belgium are going to play, you know that they're going to try and break on you. You know that they break with pace. Ronaldo's trying to get him behind. Still got some decent pace, even though he's 36. Enough to get him behind. Jota goes back to Sanchez. Sanchez, who can hit them, by the way. He can hit them back to Moutinho. Sanchez again. Bernardo Silva is surrounded by 3-4 Belgian players. Slows down again. That's the only thing with Portugal. They'll go forward. If nothing really happens, they come back and it's very, very slow. Very slow. Decent ball into Jota. He's got half a yard. Handball. It's going to be handball. 100%. He's dived in. You know what? The art of defending has most definitely gone out of the game, right? Jota has brought the ball down. Jota's brought the ball down and he's turned 20 yards out. He's turned. I remember when, not just me, any level, you could not turn. If you turned, it was like hitting a brick wall. So the art of defending has purely gone. And I think it's down to the fact that there's not really a lot of contact in the game. So I think people don't really defend a lot because there's not a lot of contact in the game. But it's crazy. It really is crazy. It's modern day football. You get used to it. Ronaldo with a good opportunity. I've read something about Ronaldo doesn't score free kicks, but he takes them all the time. But he never scores them. I think his record is abysmal from free kicks. But he takes them all the time, which is selfish in itself, but it's Ronaldo, isn't it? You probably gathered, I'm not a huge fan of Ronaldo. Don't get me wrong, I think he's an unbelievable player, but I'm not a huge fan of him as a way that he is. I would stop Ronaldo's wages for embarrassing his nation. Hey, listen, if he dives and get a penalty and they go through, all of a sudden he's God again. People forget about diving when it happens for their team. I can tell you that. Not a bad game so far. No great opportunities. Technically, a lot of very, very good players on show. They could cancel each other out. You've seen straight away, Lukaku's coming feet. Tielemans is coming feet to try and get the ball. You can understand Tielemans because there's just no room at the moment to try and get him behind. So everything has to be in front. So none of the Hazards can get him behind. Lukaku can't get him behind. You know what I find crazy? Lukaku, yeah? So Lukaku, great player, right? Is he awesome? No, great player. But you know what? He's still got a terrible first touch. And he plays in the Belgium team. He plays for Inter Milan. He's won Serie A. He scores goals. But his first touch, he couldn't trap a bag of cement. And I find it fascinating how a footballer at that level cannot control a football. I watch him and I think it bounces off him like he's got a trampoline on his feet. It bounces off him like he's got trampolines all around his body. You know what it reminds me of? You know those big rubber balls that all the kids you can go in and you go on water or whatever, you can roll down hills, those big rubber balls. It looks like he's got one of them around him when the ball goes into him. It just boom, 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 boom. It's mad. Absolutely mad. But he scores goals. It's crazy. Oh, what a bad first touch. Portugal with a little bit of they've come into this game a little bit now. The Belgium had all the play first 10, 15 minutes. Portugal have come into that, overcooked that a little bit. Still got the ball now. Rafael backed. Ooh, blazed it. No quality in the final third at the minute. No quality in the final third. That's what's letting the game down. The quality is in and around. It's just going over the Ronaldo free kick again. It's a great strike. The keeper's watched it all the way. It's gonna have to be a worldie to beat Courtois from there. We know how big he's a monster of a goalkeeper. Big goalkeeper. At least Ronnie's bird looks decent. I don't even know if it's his wife. I don't even think he's married. Is it married? Is he? So yeah, I can't say it's his wife, but you got to marry her off, really. Portugal creeping. Yeah, they are getting a little bit into the game. They really are getting a little bit into the game. And all it takes with Portugal is a half opportunity. Unsettled Belgium at the back. Like I say, Belgium's weakest part of the team is definitely the back three. And it's not because they're bad players. I'm not saying they're bad players. You want them in it. They're good defenders. Just think they get left a little bit exposed as a three and they're not overly quick. If you've got someone who's quick in there, you can kind of half get away, but he covers quite a lot. It's your first touch which separates the good players from the ones that are truly world-class. Yeah, and Lukaku's not going to be, he's not world-class. He's not world-class. Is he a good centre-forward? Yes. Does he score goals? Yes. Is he world-class? No. And I think one of those reasons is if you don't create chances for him, he doesn't really contribute anything else towards the game. If you look at the top centre-forwards, your Kanes, your Ronaldo's, obviously. Messi's not. There's no position for Messi. Messi's just football pitch player. Lewandowski, Benzema, their first touch is normally crisp. And even if they're not scoring, they're causing problems and bringing others into play. Now, Lukaku does have that. He has it where chess it, brings others into play. But a lot of the time, it'd be interesting to see how many times the ball goes up to him. Out of 10 times, how many times does he keep it? I'm going to watch now. I'm going to watch how many times Lukaku, now that I'm watching keep it 10 out of 10. He'll keep it 10 out of 10 times now. Do you think players nowadays fall over more easily, drama acting? Oh, yeah. You weren't allowed to do it in the past setup. You basically, your manager would say, listen, if you get a little bit of a clip, so that's one. So Lukaku's lost it 1 out of 1 from accounting. If you were clipped, you were told to go down, but the referees never gave it you. So if you went down easily, you didn't get a free kick. When I was playing, which was 10, 20 years ago, right? The ref would just say, get up. You're too soft. What happened is the game started to change and the referees started to give free kicks for people going down. So then players now are advised and encouraged to go down because the ref will just give the free kick. So it's referees that have spoiled the game by allowing non-contact sports to happen. But yeah, you didn't go down. You didn't go down. If you got a free kick when I was playing and some of the older boys in the group, it was a free kick. You know, you got chopped. I've got a scar down my shin from Razor Ruddock. I didn't even get a free kick for that. And he literally snapped me in half like a car had run me over. And the ref said to me to get up, said I was too lightweight. So it tells you, you know, the game is very soft now. You haven't got to be physically strong to play football now. I was just typing the same when you said it. You ain't going to score past the Belgian keeper direct from a distance. I just can't see it. Not many people do. You've got to be absolutely pin perfect to beat Courtois from 40 yards out. Not much happening at the minute. Not really much happening. Both teams cancelling each other out. As we imagined, quality on the ball at times, nothing in the final thirds, which is down to both teams being able to defend, both teams being able to get back into position. Portugal looking to break, then Belgium looked to break. Bad pass from Hazard, that is the younger one. Bad pass. Delot comes out into Ronaldo. Ronaldo flicks it to Jota. Tony's put, your teammates would have a go at you if you went down. Yeah, exactly. Your teammates would actually say, what the F are you doing? Get up, you soft, whatever. They would go mad at you 10, 15 years ago. 10 years ago, even 10 years ago. I'm thinking I retired full-time 10 years ago. Full-time. And yeah, you couldn't go down like that. You just couldn't go down like that. Seto, I feel like this round of 16 games all wake up in the second half. First one is just messing around, getting used to. Yeah, exactly. What it is, Seto, is they don't want to take risks in the first half because they don't want to lose. So when people don't want to lose something in anything that you do in life or whatever you do, fear kicks in. So then you don't take that risk. So the fear is holding you back from actually winning what you want, which is quite a big thing in philosophy and in general life. So yeah, it goes across in football. People will be playing and they'll try things, but they won't fully go for it because the fear of it not working gets in the way of actually it working, if you understand. So that's what you get in football quite a lot. Witzel out to Alderweireld. Always have struggle with his name, Alderweireld. Little one around the corner, Jota, free kick. Again, you just wouldn't get that free kick. Have a look. When you get spare half hour, look for YouTube videos of 1970s Chelsea Leeds FA Cup final if you want to see proper fight. Yeah, Seto, the young ones. Go on YouTube and type that game in. Chelsea against Leeds in the 1970 FA Cup final. You would be amazed. It is, you can go to jail now for doing that to another person. You could actually probably go to jail. Oh, De Bruyne has got it wrong. He tried to link up very, very tight and intricate. Ronaldo with the ball, foul for Tillemans from behind him. But yeah, I mean, the 70s, the 60s and the 70s was just bonkers. Like, you didn't get free kicks for nothing. Studs, elbows, headbutts, slide tackles from behind, knee-high tackles, thigh-high tackles. As the game has gone on, it's got better and better. When I was playing, it was still bad, but it wasn't nowhere near as bad as the 80s and the 70s. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. It was just criminal. Absolute criminal. Even worse, Uruguay in 60s World Cup. Yeah, the South Americans and in that World Cup, I think, like I say, you go to jail for less now. You go to jail. The way Alderweireld rolls on the floor, this man, you got kicked. If you rolled, wouldn't hurt that much. Exactly. But you know why the told, it's a subconscious thing with referees. So if a player goes down and rolls or screams or in pain, it highlights the fact that there may be a foul, and they think that it might be more of a foul because of the theatricals that come after it. It's a way to con the ref. It's like this, you know, Jamie Vardy does it and players where they dive and then they kick out to get connection with the player. And it looks like the player's connected with them. But if you slow it down, the player dives and kicks the defender. And refs fall for it. You should get done for diving. You should get done for diving, but they don't. The rules and the refs have ruined football into basically nearly a non-contact, slow type of hardly any dribbling, hardly any tricks and skills, hardly any atmosphere. And that's because of the contact. Fans get excited, players get excited when you're in someone's face. The emotion of getting his face. That's why rugby is very good. In rugby, yes, there's rules, but you're allowed to get in people's faces. It's taking it away from football. All right. Sarah's put, yeah, you're right. I seen Vardy do that. Yeah, Vardy's the king at that. He dives and leaves his foot out. So many players do it, and it's cheating. Coutinho, as we know, has got good quality. 35 minutes gone. He's going to try and whip this ball in. He whips it in. Oof. Defending in the end from Belgium. They could get on the break now. De Bruyne will go around the corner to Lukaku. Lukaku's in. Lukaku's in. He's got great strength. He'll keep going. He's getting his shirt pulled. He's getting all sorts pulled. And he's not got a free kick. This is what I mean. Like, now that's a free kick. That's a blatant free kick. And how the ref doesn't see that is beyond me. He's behind him. I tell you what, the only reason, give the ref the benefit of the doubt. Yeah? If he's behind the player who's pulling the shirt, then he can't see. I get that. I get that. Oh, nice little play from De Bruyne. He's going to skip it around the corner. Goes in. Oof, goes to try and whip it around. Lukaku's saying, give it to me. But it's got to be pinch perfect to roll the ball into Lukaku there. But they're probably going to show Lukaku running again. No, they're not. They're going to show this little one. Lukaku's saying, pass to me. He's like, where the hell is he going to, where is he going to be able to pass to Lukaku there? Pepe is right in front of him. Look, this is here. So the ref must be looking at the ref. So one, pull shirt there. Lets him go. Pulls another shirt there. Look, he's fully pulling his shirt like, and you can't even see him. Martinez is going mad. He's saying, what's going on? What's going on? He's like, I'm just getting my shirt just pulled off me. Why are you not giving me a free kick? It's crazy. I think he just wanted to swap shirts with what, yeah, he said, listen, to be fair, I don't think he'd go for Lukaku's, would he? The guy was holding on his shirt for dear life. I know. Unbelievable. And I can only think the ref can't see it because he's on the wrong side of him. Classic. "37 minutes gone, guys. Nothing's happened in any of the penalty areas, really. Quality's been poor when both teams have got into the penalty area. Both teams have been very, very poor, let's be honest. Is he offside? Oh, he's got in. I don't know if he's offside. More than likely he is. The ref will just, the linesman will put his flag up after he's tried to chest it and put it in the back of the net. Yeah, he's offside. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. Half a body. Tony C's put Chopper Harris for Chelsea. Had that name for a reason. Even the strikers gave as good as they got. Yeah. The strikers used to give the elbow. They used to backhead people. No, backhead. They used to go around, put the hand, pinch, give it the elbow. Back then was terrible. Yeah, I remember I never really seen much of Chopper Harris. My granddad used to tell me about him. And my granddad just said, that's how you play football. And I was like, Grand, I'm sure it's changing. He said, no, that's how you got to play football. Chopper Harris. Oh, Tillemans has got to put it in the air. You got to clip that over him. Dangerous play in and around the box. Renato Sanchez, if you want someone who's got a great first touch, then Renato Sanchez. And he's just powering through Witsel and Tillemans. He's a different player now. Different player. Bernardo Silva, he'll cut back. He's got himself a corner, but Renato Sanchez, you can see why everyone's raving about him at the minute now. Absolutely different league. He was like this before. This is what it was when everyone used to rave about him. And then he came to the Premier League, and it didn't really work out for him. It didn't really work out for him, did it? But now he's flying at the minute. He really is flying at the minute. You can see he takes on the back foot. He wasn't in the first game, but he's different league at the moment. He really is. Poor strike, that is. Poor strike. How old is Renato Sanchez now? Because when everyone was raving about him, he was a kid. I don't think he's old now, though, is he? How old is he? Wow, he's still only 23. Renato Sanchez is still only 23. So he must have came to the Premier League like so young. So young, like. 23. Crazy. Absolute crazy. Doing well at Lille now. So I know he doesn't score a lot and he doesn't really get a lot of assists, but he breaks down play. He powers through. Good player. Was a good player. Still only 23. So when he came to Swansea, he would have been about what? He came on loan, I think, didn't he? Then he went back to Bayern and at Lille now. But very, very good player. Very good player. But look, that's what Lukaku's all about. That's what Lukaku's all about. But that's when he's not all about. The layoff. So it's 3 times now he's given the ball away, by the way. Oof! Oh my God, what a strike. There you go. So we call him Thor now. We can call him Thor Hazard, Seto. Thor Hazard. What a goal that is. He's cut inside. Magnificent strike. Goalkeeper's got no chance. And you know what? We did say just a little bit of quality in the final third will get this game going. And yeah, what can I say? Magnificent. I think it's just before half time as well. It's a time that you really don't want to concede a goal. I can tell you that. But those going forward, you had to keep those 4 quiet. Lukaku, to be fair to him, though, his run, his hold-up play allows them to get into that final third. And it's a great strike. Do not take it away from him. It's a magnificent strike. Great. You know what? It's going, and it goes straight and then it moves. You look at that. It goes straight and then, boof, moves. Goalkeeper's got no chance. Goalkeeper's just planted like this. And he thinks it's coming straight to him. And then the ball just moves to the side. And he's got no chance in saving it. Thor Hazard, that's what we're going to go for. Thor Hazard. Torgan Thor Hazard. Great strike. Great strike. Goalkeeper's got no chance if it moves like that. And these modern day footballs, a lot of these, for the last 10 years, the football has changed. The footballs are very light. They dip. They move at the last minute. And if you catch them, the goalkeeper's got no chance in stopping it. And that's a prime example. It's the first bit of quality we have had in the final third. And hence, there's a goal. Do I think it's going to be enough? No way. I think Portugal are going to have a threat the whole game. But Portugal need to create more in and around the box. They've not really been great in the final third. They've not been bad in possession, but not been great around the final third. Here's a chance for Jota to whip something in, right around the back. Bernardo Silva misses it. Oh, I think he's overcooked that. No, he puts it back. Witsel is now there. So now Belgium have got something to kind of protect. So they will not be as adventurous. They will still go forward because 1-0 is never enough. Chris, what a goal. Magnificent goal. Oh, wow, Setu, Thor Hazard. What a strike. Wow, moves in the air. Yeah, these modern balls, they do. Well, not even modern. I say balls for the last 10, 15 years have moved in the air and made it very tricky for goalkeepers. The ball tricked the poor goalie. Yeah, looks like it's going straight and then it just moves. Does anyone know which club Torgan Hazard plays for? He plays for, if I remember, he plays for a German team, doesn't he? Sure he does. Run the attack again now. Eden Hazard now. Overlap into. Oh, he's tried to. Oof. Back to the goalkeeper. Oof. He's going mad. He's got a yellow card. Dortmund, Tone, I think he's at. No, he's in Germany. I think he's at Dortmund. The other Hazard. Let's have a look. Is this a yellow card? Palhinha? Is that? Yeah, it's late. It's right down the back, innit? Oof, that could have been dangerous because if your ankle's in the ground, if your ankle's planted, oof, look at that. See? That could snap his ankle. De Bruyne could be out. He could be out here. That's the type of injury that gets you out of the competition. He could be out here. If he's not flexible, which, by the way, De Bruyne does have ankle injuries, does have a lot of ankle injuries. But if he's out, he could have done him here. Could have done him. He's not got the most flexible ankles, I can tell you that. It's a great strike, but the goalkeeper's got no chance. Soon as that moves at the last minute, look how it just moves. Goalkeeper's got no chance. Great strike. Bobbles up just before it hits it as well. Keeper's just about to go one way. No, other way. Portugal need to get half time. They're flustered. That injury is the last thing that Belgium want. His ankle was stuck and his knees slammed the ground. Poor Katie. Yeah, I know. It's his back angle, the weight of Palhinha, the weight of him has gone down on the back and your Achilles and bent it. I hope his Kevin De Bruyne is all right. I hope sometimes you don't get your ankle ligaments and it's just very flexible. It's happened to me many a times, and hopefully you don't get a bad injury, but hopefully you can run it off. He looks like he's trying to run it off. Did you ever do your Achilles? Thankfully, no, I never. I've seen people do it, and honestly, I don't know if you've ever done it, Chris, but apparently you can actually hear it sometimes, and it's like someone has just shot you in your Achilles. It's one of the worst pains injury-wise you can get, apparently. I've never done it, but I know a couple of players that have done the Achilles. I was quite lucky enough. I didn't have a lot of injuries when I was playing. I'm quite flexible. Agility wasn't really restricted. So I think that helped me with not really getting a lot of injuries. But Portugal need to offer something more. We know Belgium. I wouldn't say Belgium have been by far the better team because they haven't. I think both teams have been cancelling each other out. They've had quality, but no quality in the final third. We did get the quality in the final third, and that was the goal. But it's the only bit of quality we have had in the final third. It's half time, 1-0 to Belgium. I think Portugal will offer a little bit more in the second half. However, I also think that Belgium will, when they get more space, go for it. De Bruyne is still limping. I just hope he's not injured because you want your best players to be playing. You want your best players to be on the pitch. So I hope he's not injured. So I also hope we get better second half. Yeah, you just want to see more action in the areas. Sports is football, and all sports are supposed to be entertaining. Football has become a lot less entertaining, let's be honest, since they started changing the way football is and etc. They changed rules thinking it was going to be more exciting, but it's become very stop-start and less entertaining as a sport. So for me, we need to change the dynamics of football at times. Let's have a little tweet. Not bad. First off, Belgium with the... I hate it when you put capitals and it stays. Belgium with the only of quality in the final third for the goal. Here we are. If you're not following me on Twitter, by the way, make sure you do. It's Franny Green 6, keeping it very simple on the old Twitter. It's where you'll find me. I'm not on any other platform. I came off the other platforms. I thought they were distracting and a little bit time consuming, to be honest, with not a lot of interaction. People just showing me pictures of what they're doing or what they've got. Find that a bit boring. So, yeah, that's what I'm on, just a Twitter, so which is good. So, where are we? How did the charity game go? The charity game was excellent. Really was, Tony. Really do appreciate that. Like I said many a times, Kevin Keegan was the manager. The other ones, Nigel Clough, Martin O'Neill. And then we had the likes of Des Walker playing, legends. Nigel Jemison, Brian Roy, he came. And then Kevin Nolan, Andy Reid. There was, you know, it was good. A couple of people from Emmerdale. I don't watch Emmerdale, so I don't know who they are, but they played. So it was excellent. Really do appreciate it. Good day for the charities. Really good day. Chris, only ever played part football with mates. Even so, broke left shin bone and I got my ankle stamped on. That was far more painful than breaking leg. Black and blue for a week. Yeah, exactly. Injury is an injury, no matter what level you're playing at. I can tell you that. So, what's your thoughts on UEFA removing the away goals rule? Probably make it more exciting. I think it'll make it more exciting. You know why? Because I think when people get that away goal, they're very defensive on the second leg. They kind of really shut up shop and just say, well, we can win this just by kind of sitting in. They don't really go for it. When you take the away goals, both teams have got to go for it. Wait there 1 minute. I'm back. Sorry, everyone. Thought my wife was having a party downstairs. She had the music on too loud. Don't know what she was doing. Thought she was partying. But we're back now. She's just enjoying herself, I think, because the little one's in bed. So yeah, that's my thought. I think removing it's probably good. Saturday. I've got to be honest. I think it's going to be good for the competition. Excuse me. So teams can't sit back. I hate it when teams sit back and sit in the lead. I understand it. Of course I do. I played football for a very long time. I understand that sometimes you have to protect that lead. Of course. However, some people do it from the first get-go of the game, and it really ruins the game. It really does. That effort from Jota, just looking at it now, was a huge opportunity. He gets it all wrong. All wrong. Really does. I think that the second half will be a little bit better in regards to in the final third. I think both teams will take more risk. To be honest, they've got to. Portugal now need to come out of their holes. Will Belgium exploit those holes going forward? You would think, if Kevin De Bruyne is fit, because that's for me, if he's out of the tournament, he won't be good. You know, he's got some top players who are not at the tournament. You've got some top players who are injured, not in the tournament, and it's sad to see. You want the best to be on our screens, that's for sure. So we will see. Tony, remember the chant, "You never beat Des Walker"? They used to sing at Forest because he was so quick. Listen, I don't know how old he is, but today he played only about 30 minutes. Two young kids for Kevin Keegan's Superstars tried to run past him. They couldn't beat him. He had a free kick, smashed it nearly at the smashed the bar with his left foot. Des Walker. We never beat Des Walker. He's still 50. He's got abs. He still smokes like a chimney. He's got abs, and no one got past him. It's unreal. He's got to be about 55 years old. Never beat Des Walker. So they were all singing it today. So it was good. Visual quality of your feed has dropped way down. YouTube thingying about. Has it really? Wonder what that is. Maybe it is YouTube, because on mine I can see it obviously crisp as anything, because mine's obviously going on live. I just look at my straight at my camera, and then obviously on my screen it looks crisp. But yeah, I think a lot of people complain about YouTube. I think it's when everyone's on YouTube all at once, so the connection's not great for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure. A lot of people, sometimes their stream goes off with streaming. They can't get it back on. So I'm not too sure what it is, to be honest. Really not sure. Has it just happened now, Chris? During this, has it just happened now? Quality is 720p. Yeah, like you say, I've got all the settings are all good. Should be top perfect. I'm not sure. Now it's improved. Maybe it's just a connection a little bit. I'm not too sure, because it should be quite clear, because like I say, my camera's clear. I have noticed though, when I go back and watch some of my streams, it's nowhere near as crisp as it is when I just do normal videoing. So I think the streaming, and I think the connection, even though the connection's top very fast, I don't think you get that crisp like when you're just filming. when you go on a platform like StreamYard or these other platforms, these streaming platforms. Don't think you get crisp. So YouTube really need to try and sort something out, because I go through StreamYard onto YouTube. This is on StreamYard. So maybe that's why we lack sometimes with sync with voice, or sync with the imagery, the visuals. I'm not 100% sure, but all YouTube need to do is bring out their own live streaming platform. All problems solved. I'm sure they've had a word about that in somewhere in the camp, because then they'll get rid of all the competition. It just connects straight to YouTube. You don't have to go OBS, or you don't have to go StreamYard or whatever platform you use. Just go straight through YouTube. It's weird. Seto, you're right. I know another streamer, sometimes it gets lagged, then has to restart a brand new stream. Even OBS and these other apps have connection problems. YouTube, yeah, it's a weird one. With all the technology we've got in the world, we can't get a stream that is always 100% perfect. It's never going to be always 100% perfect. I get that. They can't stop what's going on in the connections in the interwebs, but you know, you'd thought it'd be better. Some people really struggle. We've got good connections, so mine's never really that bad. You wouldn't think it's the same Jota that plays for Liverpool. He hasn't really shown up so far in this tournament. No, he's been shocking, Tony, and he's been poor. He's been really poor. I'm surprised he kept him in the team. In-house streaming service would help all of you guys out. In-house streaming service. Oh, imagine. It'd be awesome if YouTube just had their own streaming service. It'd be magnificent. I do believe a lot of people use Twitch, but that seems to be gaming, I believe. I'm not sure how reliable that one is. But OBS is just the same as this one at times, live. If you live sometimes you can have issues streaming. Even with, like you say, with good cameras, it still seems to lag at times, which is annoying, really is annoying, especially when you want to interact and create content on a regular basis every day. You would think it would get used to the algorithm. You would think it would get used to the platform, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Unfortunately. But when you do live video, well, when you do edited videos, obviously it's crisp as anything because you don't have to stream it. You need a hot tub in the background if you want to use Twitch. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't really know Twitch, obviously, because I don't play games and things like that. I know a lot of things that I see are all to do with gaming, etc. Sometimes also, if you have other windows open as well on your laptop, it can be a little bit lagging as well. So that's never good. See if there's anything on Twitter. What are the pundits saying then, everyone? What are they saying? They're saying righty, etc. Keen. Not much on Twitter, really. Not much on Twitter at all. Who's the games tomorrow? Let's have a look. Who we got tomorrow? Who have we got tomorrow? So tomorrow we have got everyone. So tomorrow you got Croatia against Spain and France against Switzerland. What are your thoughts on that one, everyone? Croatia against Spain, France against Switzerland. To be honest, the Spain they're not the Spain as old. They don't really move the ball as well as Spain did. They don't really have that centre forward who's going to score your goals. They have Morata, whose confidence is very low. He's not your type of goal scorer to drag the rest of the team. And the way Croatia played against Scotland, it wouldn't surprise me if Croatia gets something. I did read today that Perisic is out, which is a huge blow for them because he's probably one of their best players. He is one of their best players. So for me, that's a massive blow for them. As for France against Switzerland, surely France have got to win this game. Switzerland have got absolutely zero. I can't believe that they are where they are, to be honest, but they've got absolutely zero, really. They're not great. France will see this one through and then they'll be in the quarterfinals. I'm pretty sure about that, to be honest. I think they'll be in the quarterfinals. But Croatia, don't really sleep on Croatia. You know, you don't really, you know, the way they played against Scotland, they really found their feet. Modric got space. Modric found his feet. We know, listen, he's the only kid to win the Ballon d'Or, apart from Messi and Ronaldo in the last 10 years, I think. So, you know, he's just because he's 35 doesn't mean he don't run a game, because he can run a game. And you've shown that against Scotland. They couldn't get nowhere near him. Will it be a little bit tricky against Spain? Because Spain have a lot of tricky players in the middle of the park. They'll try and get on the ball. They'll try and dictate the ball. So it's a hard one to call. It really, really is. Like you say, Spain are not great. I'm going to put my head on the line and go. I might go for a Croatia. The only thing is, without Perisic, can't see no one else getting him behind. He's the only one who really gets him behind and looks like he can cause problems. In my opinion, don't really see anyone getting him behind. So it's a hard one to call. It really is a hard one to call. What time kickoff's that? That's a 5 o'clock kickoff, I believe. Yeah. I might do a watch along for that one tomorrow, 5 o'clock. What day is it tomorrow? We're on Monday. Yeah, I might do a watch along. I'm not sure. I'll do, obviously, quick Euro, probably do a daily vibe. We'll pick the England team, and then I might do Croatia, Spain. I'm not 100% sure who we got on Tuesday. Let's have a look. Obviously, who we got on Tuesday, he says. 5 o'clock, England, Germany. Nothing on the Wednesday, nothing on the Thursday, and then the Friday, the quarterfinals start. So, interesting week ahead, people. Interesting week ahead. Let's go to the comments. So Chris has put, it's always YouTube. My laptop is a new one that could run 10 of these programs at once, and it still happens. That's what I mean. I got a brand new, the most powerful MacBook. I've got top of the range camera. I've got the best speed or whatever you can get when it comes to the internet, and you still got it. And I've got my other friends who have got powerful PCs, and they still have the same problems as well. I don't know what it is. I've got a couple of monitors that run off this Mac. They're on with the computer, and I've got a couple of other things running in the background, which may cause it to stall at times, because the things that run in the background are instant things that are being updated every second. So maybe that could be a problem, but I like to say, I just think it's YouTube at times. Everyone seems to complain. Seto, I don't know. Spain are looking shaky. I don't trust them exactly. I think France should win with that extra time. France will definitely win that game for me. Christian, Switzerland front upset Xhaka to score the winner from a free kick, puts 20 million on his prize tag, and then we can't get rid of him. Do you want to keep him? Switzerland have world-class Xhaka, so I have a chance. Only joking. Can only see a French win. I mean, if the French don't win that game, then it's an absolute catastrophe. Right, we're back underway, people. De Bruyne is still on the pitch. He's still running around. He's not limping. Thankfully, it looks like his ankles were flexible that time. He may still have a niggle. I imagine he's still got a little niggle. But the adrenaline, because he is slightly limping a little bit, the adrenaline, the blood pumping in his system, it's tomorrow maybe when he takes his boots off that he might see a little bit of swelling or bruising on the back of his Achilles. But please keep him on. Like De Bruyne, for me, he's got to be the next Ballon d'Or winner. He's a phenomenal footballer. Can play anywhere on a football pitch. So I got to go now. Enjoy the game. I will catch you next stream. Thanks for these watch-alongs. I appreciate what you do for us. No problem whatsoever, Seto. You enjoy or go and do whatever you've got to do, and make sure you do it well, and I'll see you in the next stream. That's a free kick surely on Hazard. Free kick, what's going on? Curve Glass 123. What's your view on the refs so far? I think the refs have been outstanding. I've got to be honest. Thanks for popping in. I think the refs have been outstanding. And I also think the officials who are behind the screens in VAR have been quick and precise. And that's how the Premier League need to look at this and see how you do it. But Kevin De Bruyne has gone. No. I didn't think he'd be able to get through it. The way his ankle twist. Oh, that's a massive blow. What a blow. Best player on the park for me. One of the best players at the tournament, if not the best player at the tournament. And he's got to go off from that ankle ligaments. He's tried to come out. He said, listen, I'm going to come out. I'm going to try and run it off. Just can't do it. Bringing Martins on. Don't get me wrong. Martins is still a good player, but he ain't no Kevin De Bruyne. Will they change the formation now, or will they just let him slop straight in? He's fuming. He's fuming. They can't lose him. He has no look. No look. I think players, I won't say they deliberately go out to, if you have a look here, the knee, straight, that it just, his ankles, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Not many people can carry on from that. Hopefully it's not ligament damage. Hopefully it's just bruising for him and we get to see him, because they need Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, this kid, even for Man City, when he don't play for Man City ain't the same. When he don't play for Belgium, Belgium ain't the same. I think players know he's that good and respect him that much as what he can do. Fellow footballers. He instantly lifts players around him without being vocal, just by doing the things on the pitch. You can see the other players behind him go, wow, Kevin's on now. KDB's going to do this. KDB's going to do that. You can see that. I've been in teams where you look at a player and you want him to be on the pitch. And when he goes off the pitch, you start to think differently. Man City are the same, and Belgium are the team. He needs to be on the pitch. The teams are different. You'll see a difference. For me, you'll see a complete different now team with Kevin De Bruyne not on the ball. I think Portugal will get half a yard. Bit scrappy in the middle there. First, Renato Sanchez is trying to smash someone. Then Tielemans is smashing someone. Good player though, Renato Sanchez. Been different. He flies in there. Tielemans, he flies. It's just all over the place like pinball. Yeah. De Bruyne is huge. Huge miss to anyone. And they could panic here. Belgium could panic here. They do have enough quality on the pitch, don't get me wrong, but they could panic. Is it brother to brother? Will he pass to his brother? No, he's gone the other way. Oh, that's a wrong option. He maybe should have gone to Lukaku, who had half a yard. Lukaku's not really been in the game, has he? Neither has Ronaldo. You think about it, Ronaldo's hardly touched the ball. Do not be surprised if Ronaldo gets a penalty, or someone gets a penalty for Ronaldo and he puts it away, or a little bit of genius. At the end of the day, we know what Ronaldo's about. You don't become that good. Lukaku, looks like he looked like he was going to get him behind there. That's poor from Thorgan Hazard. We're going to call him Thor Hazard, aren't we? Remember, Thor Hazard, Eden Hazard flicks it around the corner. Hazard, another one. He should have been up there to win Ballon d'Or. When he went to Real Madrid, that should have been his aim, to win the Ballon d'Or. But he got injured, I understand. But also, he got comfortable. He's not a winner. I don't think Eden Hazard is a winner. I talk about winner's mentality. Only a small select players have a winning mentality. Hazard don't have that winning mentality. He's quite happy to just play football, do a little bit every so often, and that's it. It doesn't. He could be the best player in the world. Eden Hazard could be the best player in the world. When he was at Chelsea, he was on the steps to be in with a shout with Ballon d'Or. But he went Madrid, which gives you another stage to be Ballon d'Or. But he got injured. He got comfortable. I'm surprised he's not grown his ear. You know, like the Madrid players, they grow their ear, don't they? And have siestas. I think siestas kills it. Oof, what is going on there? He's won it back in the end, but it's horrific. Absolutely horrific. De Bruyne is gone. That's him for the competition. You can see it in his face. Could be. And if that is the case, then Belgium are not winning it. Belgium are not winning it. You're not winning stuff without your best player on the park. You're not winning it without your best player on the park. Your most threatening player is not on the park. That might give Portugal a lift, seeing Kevin De Bruyne going off. Big blow for, yeah, it will automatically. Someone's not got to chase Kevin De Bruyne's runs. They're not worried about Kevin De Bruyne. Martins will not pick up the same positions as Kevin De Bruyne, and they'll have more room. And then now they're not worried about. You know what I mean? Portugal have a little bit more of the ball now. Look, all the money. Moutinho into Sanchez, who's been very, very good. Good this tournament. He was great against the French. He's done quite good today as well. Free kick coming in too late. It's a free kick. Surprised he's not gave it. Ref's not gave it. Unreal. Oh, great touch around the corner. Eden Hazard. He needs something, but he's got to go wide. Goes wide. Great play. Great play. Curved Glass 123 I said Lukaku boggles my mind. He has to work too hard to be effective. Not much natural skill. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid. When I was a kid, there was me and my strike partner, like 15, 16. And a couple of clubs came to look at us because I'd just left like Derby County at the time. A couple of clubs come to look at us, Leeds, etc. And my friend was big centre forward, and I was a very skinny, quick, lightning centre forward winger. And we had our meetings, and the scout at the time came to us and told us, you know, what we need to do and what we don't need to do. And he said, listen, you don't have to work hard because you have talent. But if you work hard, then you're gonna make pro. And he said, and then my strike partner, he said, you have to work hard just to get anywhere because your talent is not where it needs to be. He didn't work hard enough, never made it. I worked hard and made it. But I understand what you're saying. It's a great point. It's a great point. Curved Glass one. It's a great point. Not a lot of people speak about that. He has to work tremendously hard to have half a chance or be effective in the game. Some players don't. Some players don't have to work ridiculously hard in a game. They can just float around and they can just pick up good positions and then bang, goal. But Lukaku, very good point. Very good point. Belgium, instantly since De Bruyne has gone off, Portugal have got more of the ball. Portugal are controlling the game now. Instantly. Kevin De Bruyne. People don't, I'm not saying people don't understand, okay? I was watching some YouTuber the other, actually, I don't watch him. He flashes up on my thing. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I, for one, have no idea why, because his football knowledge and what he says is absolutely clueless. But he's been in the game maybe for 10 years. I'm not sure on things like that, but he's clueless. Anyway, he was going mad when the players voted Kevin De Bruyne as the best player. So the players who play against him every single week, right? The players who know football inside out because they are players, so they understand because that's what they do for a living, right? He was saying that there's no way Kevin De Bruyne should have got player. And I couldn't believe his argument. The players who play against him every week, the players who are at the top of their game, voted this guy to be player. And this YouTuber is saying that all the players are wrong. I was amazed. Absolutely amazed. Absolutely. And he's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Absolute BS. Clueless BS. Clickbait BS. I can't say the words what I want to say, but absolute nonsense. Just nonsense. I get tired myself watching him. He's phenomenal. Honestly, he's phenomenal. The areas that he picks the ball in, the way he moves the ball and manipulates the ball, the way he gets others around him to do certain things, just frightening. Oh, Chris, but remember Letitia looked unfit but scored great goals. So, listen, if he was fit, he would have gone to the top. He would have gone to Man United. He would have gone to Liverpool. And then we would be speaking about him as one of the greatest players in English history. Because talent-wise, just unbelievable. Wasn't meant to be playing in England. Was just frightening. Portugal have been on top since. They're going to get a chance. They're going to get half a chance. If it falls to Ronaldo, you know what's coming. You know, there's still half an hour, 35 minutes left. Belgium need to get a grip of this game because at the moment they're not. Portugal are going for this game. Belgium at the minute have gone really quiet. I know, like you say, we've got De Bruyne us off. They've still got enough players on this pitch to cause problems. Lukaku needs to hold the ball up a little bit more and do more. Nearly gives the ball away again. I tell you, so what is it, 5 times? Is that, well, we're not even counting. We're not even counting with him. I signed harsh, but Lukaku is good if you play a certain way. Great if you play a certain way, but if you want to play intricacy football, when people were talking about Man City, Lukaku can't go to Man City. He's not that player. He's not that player. Pep will be saying, what are you doing? Like, hold the ball up, bring other people into play, quick intricacy, get out the corners, get out wide, come in off the lines. Lukaku can't do that. Yes, he's done one in Italy because it suits perfect for him. Can't do that. Half a free kick. Portugal are dominating this so far. I know it's only 5 minutes. Ronaldo could go down here. No, he's not. He's Manchester up. Oof, he's managed to get into Jota. Jota, oof. Half a yard. He's missed again. He's missed again. Hey, this kid can't score in a brothel at the minute. Does well there. I'm surprised Ronaldo didn't go down there, but he does well. Great little ball there. Great ball. But that's a chance. That's a chance. That's on target. And I know what you're saying. Well, obviously, if it's on target, it's in. Well, no, because the goalkeeper could save it. But if that's on target, it's in because the goalkeeper didn't move. They're in again. They're in again here. Belgium need to do something. It's completely lifted them. Completely lifted them. Renato Sanchez is just stronger there. He can't understand what's going on. He's just stronger. Curved Glass 123 has put, would you have given Mavropanos a chance at Arsenal? I think everyone deserves a chance. I think we should always give players a chance. Like the Saliba. I don't know what is going on with Saliba. Jota should have scored him. I don't know what is going on with Saliba, but Mavropanos, yeah. I think for me, how are you going to know about players if they're never given the opportunity? Sometimes players are outstanding before they sign for a club. They end up being poor. Eden Hazard, for example, Real Madrid. Gareth Bale, even though I think that's political, when he went from Real Madrid, he's still been outstanding and scored very important goals. But he should be playing every week at Real Madrid. And then on the flip side, there's some players who you would never think would do well. Never think would do well or surprise. Jota, for example. Yes, he was good at Wolves, but you never thought he would be that good at Liverpool, you know, who need a chance. So for me, if someone's in the camp or there's off chance that they might do well, you got to gamble. That's offside. It's offside. What's the linesman waiting for? This rule drives me mad where they're waiting for the offside. You can't believe it. The players are like, what's going on? I don't even, another thing I'm going to tell you as well. Even when you're playing the game, right? You don't even know half of the rules half the time. Because the ref and the FA and all that, they make the rules up every 10 minutes. Portugal are on top. They've got half an hour. Belgium are against the ropes at the moment, I've got to admit. And Kevin De Bruyne going off has completely swayed this game. Completely swayed this game. They've got confident. Ronaldo's coming short, popping it off around the corner. They're just getting the ball more. And the only way you win games is by having the ball. Opportunity, Courtois, another opportunity. They're getting closer. They are getting closer. Chris has put, maybe the Saliba thing is about his post on himself during the pandemic. Nah, even if that's the truth, though, Chris, yeah. Does that mean you don't get an opportunity as a professional footballer? You know, look at the things that some footballers have done, and they've still got opportunities. John Terry with Wayne Bridges' partner, scandal. John Terry with the racism, Anton Ferdinand, scandal. Still went on to be England's captain. Still went on to play. For me, you must not like the person already, and you're looking for an excuse. Because if someone's good enough, for example, if Ronaldo does something stupid when he's younger, right, but he's good enough, people are going to give him the opportunity. I'm not saying Saliba is Ronaldo. I'm just saying that for me, players do make mistakes. Players do things. The kid's like 22 years old or something like that. Oof, that could. He's got the ability to do that. Bruno Fernandes has the ability to put that in from there. So for me, I just think that each player is judged differently by the manager, and some people get away with some stuff and some people don't. And I think it's a little bit harsh, to be honest. On Saliba, I think he's been tarnished, and I think he should be given the opportunity. He should be given an opportunity. He came with Fofana, and him and Fofana were absolutely solid. I think we're making a huge mistake. 50 million for Ben White and getting rid of Saliba, for me, I think he's bad business. Ben White, is he good? Very good. Is he worth 50 million? Maybe 40 million? He's young, he's English, he's going to do well. I get it. Is he better than Saliba? He's very versatile. Lukaku has a touch, spanks it with his left. Could have gone in because he does have that. Is he worth that? I'm just not sure. I saw Jota at Brentford. He's nervous at international level, but he'll come good. Yeah, it's a strange one. Like you say, at Brentford, he was very, very good. Wolves, awesome. Awesome at Wolves. Liverpool, fantastic. Internationally, it just doesn't work for him at the minute. Just doesn't work for him at the minute. Depends on the conversation that ensued with Arteta after. Exactly. They could have had a huge fallout. He could have told him, listen, do one. I don't like you. You're effing this. I don't want to play for you. And then Arteta could have said, you can't talk to me like that. You're out the door. I've been there myself. I've had huge arguments with managers and not played for months and been out the door and had to go out on loan or leave the football club. I've been there myself. So like you say, you spot on, Chris. You don't know the conversation. You don't know Saliba's response, and you don't know Arteta's response. And if they don't get on or see eye to eye already, and there's a little bit of animosity in the air, then it's not going to be a healthy conversation, is it? I can tell you that. That is for sure. Tony C, just looked at the offside law. Has changed so much over the last few years. Changes every 5. I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Apparently they're changing it again now because the lines on the VAR in this competition are thicker than the lines in the Premier League. So now they're going to start, which gives the forward the advantage, and that will keep the excitement in the game. Hallelujah. The Premier League apparently might be looking at that. Portugal are running the game at the minute. At the minute, they're just pinned in Belgium. There's 25 minutes left. I can't see them surviving this onslaught. I really can't. All they need is one piece of quality. Look, they've got no other options. They're looking for De Bruyne. Probably still he's off the pitch. Tielemans is looking round. He's looking round. Little triangles there. One Hazard to another Hazard. But look where Lukaku is. Just stop now and look where Lukaku is. So Eden Hazard has 1, 2, 3, 4 Portuguese players that he has to beat to get anywhere. And then Lukaku's on his own in the box. Belgium need something. Belgium need something to spark this game. Arteta is setting a fancy standard of personal behaviour. It's silly. Arteta's man management is absolutely clueless. I just think he's very, very egotistic. And businessmen or team leaders, if they're egotistic, it goes wrong. It goes wrong. It really does go wrong. You've noticed Renato Sanchez has got him behind. Oh, he's got to look up quicker and see Jota on his own. Witsel manages to get himself out of trouble. Looking up, I'm honest, thinking, well, I ain't got no other options. And look, he's got no options at the moment. This is going to be a tough 25 minutes. I'm going to tell you that now for Portugal. I think Arteta is a disciplinarian. He benched Alba for arriving late. Yeah, it does. Again, like I just said before I read the comment, ego. You got to understand how to discipline individuals. You can't have a set of rules and everyone has to go by them if you are trying to build yourself as a coach. Yes, you have rules. Fair enough. And everyone has to go by certain rules. But if your response if your response to people breaking them rules is to kind of like treat them differently or punish them, rather than just saying these are the rules, you was late, you're dropped, they're the team rules, I don't really want to drop you, but I have to because that's the team rules. That's how you build character. People will respect that more than benching people, taking them off when they're doing okay, making them sub the next game when they've done well in the game before, like it does with Pepe, like it does. You see that a lot of time. I think for me, Arteta's skills away from the game are what's going to cost him. At Arsenal, he may go on to do really well with other types of players, but I think the way that he is with these Arsenal players, I can't see it. Lukaku with great strength for Pepe, but does well that time. You want more from your centre forward, though. They've got nothing in the middle. They've just lost an extra body in there. Lost an extra body. They're struggling. They're struggling. Curve Glass 123 said, last point from me. I predict we will not finish top 4 under this manager. We're not finishing top 4 under Arteta. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance will we finish top 4. Well, tell you what, that's wrong terminology. There's always a chance, okay? But I don't believe that we have the quality to do that. Silva's coming on now, I believe. So this is another attacking. I think João Felix is on as well. Bruno Fernandes. They're going for it. They've got to. It's a one game. It's a one game. It's a knockout game. You lose the game, you're out. But Belgium needs something. Belgium needs something. When I watch Bruno Fernandes, right? All I see at times is good on the ball. But I see like a kid. I see like a kid who tries to, I don't know. There's something about him that I don't like. He's very petulant. Very, very petulant. Very, a bit nasty and does things. Just looking at this now, what's he's done? I wouldn't say he's done that bad. Has he gone down the ankle there? Oof. Yeah. Just. It's tricky. You can't really see it from the angle, but yeah, there's something about Bruno Fernandes that I'm not a fan of. I'm sure he's a great guy, but just on the pitch, there's something that I'm not a fan of. Lukaku looks angry, boy. He needs to start using his strength in the game, man. That's what he needs to do. Really does. Like I said, 70 minutes now on the clock. Portugal have been by far the better team. Silva's coming on. Jota's going off, which I could understand. Jota's found it poor in the 2-3 games. Good management have allowed him to continue. He must be doing it really good in training. He suits the way Portugal play, but they need to win this game. They need to score. Tony's put, Arteta seems to hold a grudge. Yeah, 100%. When you step out of line, needs to learn to deal with the situation and move on after it's been dealt with. Exactly. And that's where he struggles. You can't hold a grudge with a player because the next week you might need that player to come on and score for you or running around for you. And guess what? I've been a former player. They're not going to do that. If you don't deal with them right and you disrespect them or you hold a grudge or you're childish or you pick them out, when you need them, they are not going to run around for you. And I get the sense with Aubameyang, he says on 350k a week, whatever he does, he wants to play football. However, he probably does not want to play for Arteta. That's what I think. And he just goes through the motions. Because you're not going to have someone treat you like a mug. No one would at work, whether you work at Tesco, whether you work in Apple, doesn't matter where you work. No one will continue to allow their boss to hold a grudge against them and be all right with it. You basically tell them to do one. And if you're all right or you're brave and you've got some other monies lined up, you tell them to pack your bags and get you know what like. So, yeah, and the same happens with football. And I think Arteta is very much that. Very much that. Don't think many people in the camp. And it's no coincidence that Xhaka, Bellerin, David Luiz, Willian, these players, Aubameyang, quick rumour, will be looking to get out because they don't want to deal with this, That's what I think anyway. Just my opinion. Imagine if George Graham had benched Tony Adams and Mercy in 91. We would not have won the league. Well, no chance. And they were the worst off the field. Drunk, drugs, junk food, you know? Crazy lifestyle. But they did good. He trusted them on the pitch. Football's changed now. We know that. You know, these people don't go out the house, really. They train and stay in their house. That's a free kick. It's a free kick. It's very clumsy. Very, very clumsy. 71 on the clock. This is going to be a long 20 minutes. For Marlon, we have a lazy challenge. Don't need to do that. Just stand up. Just stand up. João Felix, you know he's tricky. Just stand up. He's not even trying to flick it, all right. He's just trying to control it. It's bad from Vermaelen. You're just putting pressure on your team. Putting pressure on your team. It's another free kick, direct. Could be that man Ronaldo. If he catches it right, we know. If he catches it right, could be in problems. It's direct. If this ball moves, Courtois, I mean, the wall has obviously got to be in front, but Courtois has to go to the side a little bit to see the ball. It's direct. It could move anywhere. If this is on target, it could be a problem. Let's have a look. You know, when you wait for that free kick with the best in the world and then it goes, oh, it's one of those. It's one of those moments. Courtois, cherries. One of those moments where you're waiting, and he hits the wall. He hits the wall. I'm sure he hardly scores free kicks nowadays, and he's still on them. That's not happening. Other players can't be happy with that. Just blast it. You know, and the kid in school just blasts it and hopes for the best. That's what it was like. Come on, Ronaldo. We need more from Ronaldo if for Portugal to get in. They need to create chances. Like England need to create chances for Kane. Portugal need to create chances for Ronaldo. And Belgium need to create a chance for Lukaku. There's no doubt about that. They managed to break the lines and get in 3-on-3. What's happened there? He's got a free kick against Hazard. Hazard's jumped out of the way against Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes is going to... So Hazard kicks it and jumps out of the way. And then Bruno Fernandes... Honestly, absolute pantomime. This is what Chris just put. There's a lot of pantomime about Ronaldo and Messi. It's not like that. Oh, mate. Died off a little bit. Belgium have weathered the storm a little bit. Little bits around the corner, decent. João Felix, we know he's a very, very talented footballer. Oof. Ooh, was that close? I mean, was it Ronaldo clips it? I don't know if VAR will look. They'll probably look at. They look. I think Vermaelen is saying it was a dive. It was tight. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a dive. It's a dive. You know what they need to do? They need to book players for diving, but they don't book them enough. Lukaku, that's what he's good at. That's what he's good at. That's what he's good at. But it was that. It was just Witsel. Oh, it's all over the place. It's scrappy at the minute. 100 miles an hour. You'll have it. We'll have it. Hot potato style. They're not going to kick the ball out, are they? With Lukaku's down, I wouldn't. You're 0-0 down. And now they've stopped it when they won the ball. Oof, it's all kicking off. Pepe's just absolutely smashed Hazard. And now we're kicking off. Here we go. Come on, lads. This is what you want to see. He's laughing. Someone do something. That's what I miss. Go on. Oh, he could be in trouble here. He could be in trouble here. Oh, he's got a yellow. Pepe's got a yellow. We all know what Pepe's about. If you wind him up enough, he's going to get sent off. You're not going to, for me, unless they stay down for a long, long time, you're not going to kick the ball out for someone who's just rolling around, because after people are soft these days. So you're not really going to, yeah, he's got kicked on the head. Let's be honest. He's going to get up in a minute, right? Yeah. He's on the back of his head, and I think it was the front of his head, but he's going to be all right. Yeah. But that's dangerous. See his elbow, not the foot, his elbow. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Don't understand what's wrong with that. He's just about to go on the attack. The ref's then blown up, and then Pepe's gone in with his elbow in his face. It's smart. Tried to do him, get a little bit tasty. Both teams have to understand. Yeah, revenge for his brother earlier when Hazard stepped on him. Here we go, free for all. Yeah, he dies down though, Chris, doesn't it? We get a little bit excited. Someone's in someone's face, and before you know it, ref comes over, fourth official, everyone's pushing each other. That's it. Nothing happens. But it's good to see a little bit of emotion, a little bit of an aggression in the game. And Pepe is going to bring that to the table. Lukaku, is he going off? Is he going off? Who's that? No. He's breathing. Absolutely sweating his you-know-what off. He's come off. He's just come off now to get allowed back on. 2 changes. Sergio and Danilo's coming off. Rafinha's coming off. Danilo's coming on. And Renato Sanchez is going off. Maybe they're going to go a little bit more attacking. Sergio's coming on. Might change the formation in the middle of the park. I feel we're going to get a little bit tasty last 20 minutes. Ronaldo's a magnificent turn. But again, it's not a foul, is it? It's not a foul. What you could Lukaku's just come on and just all kicking off. What is going off now? I told you it's going to get spicy. It's all kicking off. Bruno Fernandes, Lukaku, he's like, what's going on? Was he allowed to come on? He's just weights him. Absolute weights him. Fernandes obviously skinny. He's got weights by Lukaku. He's now sings the ball out wide. There's going to be an opportunity, but Portugal are going to get an opportunity. They can't dominate the second half the way that they have and not get an opportunity. Let's be honest. Decent opportunity from Sergio. Oof. Hazard gets it all wrong, but Courtois just picks it nicely. Safe hands. They've got no outlet. They've got no outlet. None whatsoever. That's the problem. Hazard, Witsel. Yeah, they've got the ball again. They've got no outlet. That's not a free kick. That is not a free kick. It's getting silly now. The ref needs to sort himself out. That is not a free kick. Martins can't believe it. Look, wins the ball. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Ref needs to get a grip of this game at the minute. I'm not, obviously the officiating's been awesome. Whips a ball in, Bruno Fernandes, and I think it's Silva with the header. Ref needs to get a grip. Like I said, the referee's been very, very good in this competition. But this game is getting a little bit scrappy. Players diving, rolling, theatricals, BAFTAs. Ronaldo's doing that, and you're 36, Ronaldo, mate. The body goes. Trust me. The brain stays. The body goes. Those little turns where your core's all strong. It's not as strong, mate, at 36 as it is at 26. No matter how good you look in the mirror, son, the balance is not there. Another free kick. It's getting crazy now. Someone's going to get a red card here. Someone's going to get a red card. Someone's got to be very, very careful. 10 minutes. It's going to be a tough 10 minutes. I've been saying it for 20 minutes. Is this a foul? João Felix flicks it over his head. Yeah, it's a foul. See, that's a foul. He's in behind. Great. Oh, I was going to say great first touch. It weren't bad. Taking your bets now, gentlemen. Ronaldo to get a penalty. 1-4 on any takers. Ronaldo to get a penalty. There you go, people. Free money. What we betting? What we betting, Chris? Fernandez balling. Oh, he heads it straight at Courtois, and Courtois at times looks like he doesn't even have to move. Like, he's that big. The header, don't get me wrong, the header is straight at him. He just punched it like, yeah, come again. Pepe's just going to swing it, get it in the box. Here we go. Back stick header. They're just going to have to defend for their life. 10 pence? That's illegal. No, 10 pence. I don't think no one's taking you up on that bet at 10 pence. Good header, Bosch straight. If he heads that anywhere else, obvious statement, but it's part of commentary. If he heads that anywhere else, it's in the back of the net because he's too close for Courtois to do anything else. They need an outlet. And Lukaku's not the outlet, but he does hold the ball up. But he's not going to be getting down the sides. Excuse me. He's not going to be getting down the sides. For me, it's been a good game. Portugal have been by far the better team second half. First half was a little bit cancellation each other, a little bit of quality in the final third. Header out. If he hits this, it could be in. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. It's coming. Oh, Hazard absolutely skips past Pepe like you wouldn't believe. They're chasing him. Martin's going to... Oh, he could have slipped him in again. He doesn't have the quality to slip. Lukaku, he's going to... Don't know what he's doing. Lukaku, free kick, edge of the box. Going to say he was just about to lose it. Woo! That's a big pressure off. But they've hit the post. I don't know who it was that hit the post, but they've got to put everything forward. Comes in, headers out. First time, was it Raphael again? He's the one who got the deflect. Yeah. He's not even caught it right, but it's with his weaker foot, but he's hit the post. Ooh. Hit the post. 9 opportunity. This game is disappointing. I want to sleep. AJ here, I hope you're well. Hope all is good. Thanks for popping in. You know what? It's not been great, but the quality's been quite good. And I think that's why it's not been entertaining, because the quality has been quite good from both teams in the middle of the park. Lukaku. Has anyone ever seen Lukaku score a free kick? I probably have, but it'd be wrong for me to say. I think my son is watching us from Chicago. Anyway, so Chris's son, hope you're watching. If you are watching, I don't know what the time is in Chicago, but thanks for popping in. Hope you're well over the Atlantic. Ronaldo's out wide. He's got to do a bit as he a double step over, goes into Courtois. No, oof, blocked. Corner ball. You're hoping for an equalizer. To be fair, I don't want Portugal to go through, so I'm not. So unlucky there. Very unlucky. I wish I was at this match. Yeah, you know what? The quality on show, don't you say, the players that you've got is outstanding. Fernandez, another set piece, puts it in, middle of the goal. Hazard, go on, son. Smashes it. Sergio smashes it against Hazard. 6 minutes. They got a weather. They've been, to be fair to Portugal, I mean, to be fair to Belgium, I said before the game that where they're weak is at the back. And they've been defending. Now get up, son. Get up. Go on. Mini Hazard into Yakubu. You're playing like Yakubu at the minute. Lukaku. He's one-on-one. He's going to do something. Oh, what's he doing? His touch. Honestly, his touch is so bad. It's unreal. Lukaku touch is so bad for this level. It's terrible. He's gave the ball away again. I've got to tweet. Sorry, I've got to tweet. I've got to tweet. Oh. Forget golden boot. Lukaku wants golden. Give the ball away. Sorry, forget golden boot. Lukaku wants golden, give the ball away. Honestly, his first touch is horrific. Are you streaming tomorrow? I'm not sure, Jahir, to be honest. Jahia or Jahia. I'm not 100% sure. I hope the pronunciation, one of those, is correct. There is obviously Croatia. Oh, Hazard's pulled up. Holds his hammy. Goes like this. That could be his hammy. He's off. Oh, imagine they lose Eden Hazard to a hammy. He's holding that hammy. He's out. Hammy 6 weeks. And Kevin De Bruyne, tournament's over if that's the case. So they've got rid of Portugal. And then the next round, they've not got two of their best players. If so. Yeah, I'm not too sure. You got Croatia, Spain, and then obviously France, Switzerland. So I'm not 100% sure. Long throw in. They just got to defend for their lives, which they have been doing since half-time, really, since De Bruyne went off. The dynamics have changed immensely. So I'm not 100% sure. If I do, I'll make a thumbnail, put it in. So make sure you got notifications on, because I think once you know that I've got something coming in, an upcoming stream, you should get a notification. Also, we're going to have the Euro Flash News tomorrow. And we're going to do a daily vibe tomorrow where we speak about the England, great defending again. England team, which lineup we would go for. So that's probably going to be in the afternoon sometime. So I'm not sure whether you're at work. Try and jump on at any time if you can. That will be excellent. His touch is abysmal, always has. Yeah, and that's why people said he failed at Man United, because he couldn't bring people into play. Oh, opportunity at the back stick. Courtois, brave as you like. Brave as you like, Courtois. He's a big, big fella. So if he spreads himself, it's going to be hard for to beat him. Great header from Ronaldo. He's not offside, but look how big and brave. Could have snuck under him, but it didn't. 2 minutes plus injury for Belgium to hold on. But yeah, Lukaku's touch. That's why he's not world class. Lukaku is very, very good. Okay, he scores goals. He's not world class. If Belgium had a world class striker, then it would be troubles. They're in again. You got to stand up. They've got to stand up. He's trying to trick his way through. Tielemans gets back. Decent from here. They managed to put the foot through it. And this is where you need Lukaku. That's where you need Lukaku. That's where you need him. Kick it past people and run. That's where you need him. Oh, all of a sudden he's done tremendous. If he gets it back there, he keeps going. Are they going to finish it off? No. But Lukaku, that's what he has got. He has got that. Playing the ball up to him. Oh, it's great feet in and around the box. Playing the ball up to him. Fernandez, what's he doing? He's going to keep going. Played advantage. Great tackle in the end. Playing the ball up to him, saying, listen, get hold of it. Nip it around the corner. He's not got that. He's got to get it, hold it, turns his man like a cart horse, then starts running and gets faster as he's going and faster, and he might do something. But, you want him in your team because he can cause problems. Don't get me wrong. We can't disrespect him. He does do well. Done well for Inter, been exceptional. And he does do well for Belgium. But he needs to do something. Courtois, there you go. That's another thing about Belgium as well. They've got Courtois, who's so commanding in those 6-yard box. So commanding, wants to come. With England, we've got Pickford. Can't be trusted. Punches when he don't need to punch. Well, he should catch, and catches when he needs to punch. They're having the time of their lives on camera. Last minute, people. Whew. By the way, this is a big, big win for Belgium if they go through. Not just because it puts them in the quarters, but they've got one of the big dogs in the quarters, and they're in the horrible side of the horrible side of the tournament. All the best teams are on this side of the tournament. On the England side is soft, so that's why England have got a great opportunity to get through to at least the semis, because there ain't many decent teams on their side. People talk about Sweden, people talk about Czech Republic if now they've gone through. I get it, but we should beat these teams. But then again, Czech Republic, the way they're playing, first touch is wrong, but you're going to get surrounded, absolutely hounded. Still 5 minutes. They got a tough 5 minutes here. It's been a good second half. I've got to be honest. It's been a good second half. Not much quality in the final third. That's why it's still 1-0. But Portugal have dominated it since Kevin De Bruyne went off, even more so. You could see the Belgian players don't really want their star man to be going off. He's their star man. He's the one that lifts them. He's the one that gives them that boost. And if him and Hazard are not fit for the next round, depending on who they get, I'm not sure who they get. I just can't see them progressing without those two players. I really can't, but we'll see who they get. Again, another opportunity. It's 5 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes is still enough time to score a goal. As I say, it only takes a second. Bruno Fernandes, he has got that in his locker, but he's gone and he's overcooked it. We're just being, yeah, we are being honest. Of course, that's what it's about. I don't think many people would disagree with the fact that he's not the best. Technically, he's not the best at all. Just showing the couple of chances that Portugal have had. They have been unlucky. The header was straight at Courtois, the one that hits the post. So, like a lot of people say, tournament football, there's a lot of luck involved. In tournament football, you can do really well, but you can have a post, you can have a penalty, you can have the refereeing, you can do something. It can just change at a moment when it comes to knockout football. At a moment, it can just change. I think Pep was on about in the Champions League at the time. He was saying, listen, we can dominate games, but there could be a referee decision. They could hit the post. It could hit the crossbar. It could be a dodgy handball. You know, keeper could fumble something. And I think in tournament football, at times, you have to ride your luck. Belgium have been camped in their off, and they've had to ride their luck this whole 45 minutes. Oof. He's got to bring him down. He's got to bring him down. He's in. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle that is. What a tackle. I don't know what Belgium are doing. Honestly, I don't know what they was doing. They was going gung-ho a little bit there. Dinks it in. For me, trying to dink it in and trying to put crosses in the box with the big back three or back four of Belgium don't make sense to me. You got to smash him there. You got to smash. No, he's got up. He's not smashed him. Fair play to him. Put your foot through it, son. Lukaku's probably going to hold this up. Oh, that's what he's good at. That's what he's good at. And then that's what he's not good at. Does all the hard work, lays it off, and then 4-yard pass, gets it all wrong. 1.5 minutes for Belgium to hold on there, which for me would be a very impressive win. It would be a very impressive win. Diving header, off he goes, right? It could be a counter here. 2-on-2. You've got to put the game to bed now. Take your time. Take your time. Bring him out wide. Bring him out wide. Tillemans, he's got to go to Lukaku, surely. He's gave the ball away. He's gave the ball away. He's gave the ball away. And it's the last minute. Can you imagine if Portugal score now? Can you imagine if Portugal score now? João Felix into Silva. João Felix, that was a chance. He's going mad. Look at him. They're going absolutely mad at him. What are you doing? Running down the other end of the pitch and giving the ball away on the edge of their box. Clueless. Clueless. But they've got away with it. I think they've got away with it, everyone. Dendoncker, as we know about Dendoncker, late runs. He's not going to do anything now. He's just 6 foot probably plus. If anything comes in the box, he's going to get his head on the end of it. This is a winning goal, people. First bit of quality in the first half. Winning goal, it looks like. Big win. Very big win. You know, these are the games where people talk about this could be the final. So Portugal are going to be out. Round of 16. Reigning champions are out. Looks that way. Looks like they're going to get one last opportunity. You might as well just, if you get near a chance to smash someone, you might as well just smash them and make sure they don't get nowhere near the goal. Danilo clips it forward. They're going to win the headers all day. They're going to put the foot through it. It's all over. It's all over. Belgium are through. Well done to Belgium, to be fair. They're getting all the simple passes wrong. Poor schoolboy error. Yep, schoolboy error. So they're out. Ronaldo's out. He'll be devastated. He's a winner. He is a winner. They'll be absolutely devastated. Thierry Henry there giving the old... Yeah, Ronaldo's not happy. He's a winner. You know, you can't take that away from him. That's what he is. He's one hell of a winner. But big win for Belgium. Huge win. Really is huge win. Good second half. First half was not the greatest. Second half was good. Belgium defending for their lives. And Portugal causing all kinds of problems, but just did not have that Little bit of quality that was needed. They hit the post. The header was one-on-one. The header was direct at the goalkeeper. Lukaku just giving Ronaldo a little tap and saying, listen, probably give him, you're the greatest player, arguably. Disappointed, really is. So, Belgium go through, people. Belgium go through with a 1-0 win against Portugal. Camped in their half, the second half. Kevin De Bruyne will be the only probable victim. Maybe Eden Hazard. He did feel it. Was it a tweak? Because he did go like this straight away. Normally means that you've been the old shot in the hamstring. They'll be desperately trying to get these two players back into the next game. Like Chris was saying, without De Bruyne, Italy will do them. Yeah, I'm going to be very tough. The only thing I'm not convinced about Italy is Italy are not very good at breaking down resilient teams. They really struggled against Austria. And I think Belgium will be a tougher test for Italy than Austria. So that's going to be a very, very good quarterfinal. Really is. Really appreciate everyone coming in. Thanks ever so much. It's great to watch the game with you because when Mrs. moans about football, actually, she don't even moan. She doesn't even know what's going on. So it's great to come in and have a chat about you and your opinions. Like I said, look out for the Euro quick update tomorrow. You're with me, so you know most of my opinions. Daily Vibe, we will go over the football, trying at the team who would play for England, and then deciding whether to do obviously a Croatia, Spain, Portugal. Croatia, Spain, Portugal. That would be hard. 3 games. Croatia, Spain, watch along tomorrow night. I'm not 100% sure. But again, thanks everyone for the support. Same faces in here. You have a great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. You take care.